everybody. Today is Saturday, June 20th, and it is the 20th day of the 90 Days to Become Her challenge. It's actually not morning, it is 12:18 p.m., but either way, we are still here. I spent the morning doing a little bit of reflecting so that I could come on and do this video and get it posted, and so that's what we're going to do today. Over the past week, I have set up several traveler's notebooks, and so I'm just gonna grab this one because this has all the stuff we need. And I reflected in my Hobonichi, and I just want to really compare day 20 versus day 10. So if you all are interested in that, then go ahead and keep watching the video. So we're going to start off with day 10. So on day 10, I had 5 subscribers. I had posted 9 YouTube videos. I had walked 89,864 steps. I had written a lot of words. I don't have the exact word count. And then I had 311 views and 31 likes. As of today, I have 6 subscribers. I have posted 15 videos. My total step walk this month is 150,000. 150,840. The word count is I wrote 50,000 plus words, and then view count is 407, and my like count is 45. So I got 45 likes. So then today I decided to reflect. How am I feeling? And so I'm just going to read verbatim because I kind of journaled and reflected already. I said that these last 10 days were not at all as consistent as the first 10. To be honest, I haven't even been tracking lately in my creative planner or doing my 10,000 steps consistent enough, but the real culprit is not sticking to my boundaries and pure laziness. I've allowed myself to get off track, wake up when I want to instead of having an alarm, and do things and just not do things when I don't feel like it. So for the next 10 days, we are focusing on losing 5 pounds, walking 10,000 steps every day, and then staying consistent with my morning routine. So I also do morning pages, and so in my morning pages, I was a lot more in depth about what's going on, how I'm feeling, etc., etc. So I'm just gonna share that with you all. I also had ChatGPT grade me over the 20-day progress that I've made, and I received an A+. No, A-. A- because I've published 15 videos. I've written an entire manuscript. I've continued with my wellness certification. I've continued reading and finished 2 to 3 books in the last 10 days. I've done identity work and continue to work on my mindset. I've continued to show up even on difficult days, and I've adapted the challenge to where it works for me. So the breakdown is: for writing, I got an A+; for content creation, an A- for posting. It's not even technically 15 videos, it's probably 13, but 13 videos in 20 days. Personal growth is an A. Learning and certification is an A-, and then self-trust went from being a B+ to an A-. I think that I would agree. I have made a lot of progress in just trusting myself and trusting the process. I think there was a video where I shared with you all the mantras that I was creating for the challenge on Notion. I'm just gonna pull those up so that we can review the declarations I made on day 5. I am becoming a woman who knows who she is and remains firm in that, deriving meaning from her own inner compass and self-awareness. Did I do that? Yes, I would say that I've talked to a lot of people in the last 20 days, new and old, people that knew me before, like when I was in college and stuff, and are just coming back around. And so many people have so much to say about like your life and where you're at in life and everything. Um, some good, some bad, but I've just allowed myself to remain firm in what I'm doing and where I'm focused on going in life. Um, but things have changed because of me and like my wants. So I think at the beginning of the challenge I was saying I wanted to get my teaching license and go into the new school year being a teacher, and I have started to question that, if that's something I really want or if I'm just settling for something because it's stable and consistent income. And I haven't really figured that out, if I'm honest, but I'm allowing myself to figure it out along the way. So the next one is, I'm becoming a more beautiful, radiant, self-affirming version of myself. Absolutely, I have done this. I am so much more into myself, just loving myself, confident, more affirming. Like, I do affirmations every morning or almost every morning, and I really just talk to myself in so much more of a kind way. Like, I find myself looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh, she's cute. Like, just hyping myself up. And I feel like for so long I was like, oh, I don't love the way I look, like I have a chubby face, or like my arms are too big, or oh, I need to lose weight. But I think the biggest change that you can make is learning to love and accept yourself just as you are, even while you're becoming someone different. And so I've noticed, like, yes, I still have my days where I feel down bad, but for the most part, like 15 out of the past 20 days, I've been positive. I've been in a good mood. I've been proud of myself. I've been encouraging myself. I've been loving on myself. And that is really amazing. Um, Quick caveat, I know when we said with boundaries, I was gonna not talk to people. I was not gonna date. I was not gonna talk to anyone. I was not gonna hang out with anyone. That did not happen. And I think that, like, I want to create a entire video revisiting those boundaries. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all, because it's funny how you think that things will go one way and then you get into it and it's completely different. So the next one is, I am becoming a woman who is confident and authentic, boldly and unapologetically stepping into the world and embracing her creativity. Again, I've done this. Not much though. So I posted one face forward video on TikTok, maybe two, but after that I have not stayed consistent. But I think I've stayed a lot more consistent with YouTube. I make sure that when I leave the house, I'm dressing up more, I'm showing up for myself more, and like in person and in like one-to-one interactions. So I'm still gonna count that, because I think that I've made a lot of progress. Before, I would go out of the house looking crazy, like busted, but I make more of an intention to make sure my hair looks nice, make sure that I'm wearing, presentable clothes. Sometimes I still wear sweatpants, but I at least make sure that, like, it's cute, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put effort, basically. The next one. I am becoming a woman who expands her knowledge and wisdom on a daily basis because she simply desires it. Absolutely. And on the days when I don't desire that, I don't do it. I don't study every day anymore, which is a requirement that I had for myself at the beginning. Um, I'm don't even listen to a podcast every day. There's a time period when I was working on that book for like 5 days where I didn't listen to really anything except my own thoughts. And so I think that it's absolutely important that I don't overload myself with other people's information and ideas, so that I can make space for my own information and ideas. Because when I'm doing that, yes, I can get inspiration from them, but also I had like writer's block, creative block, because I was intaking so many other people's information. I didn't have time for mine. But I found that, like, life itself is its own inspiration if you just tune into that frequency. And maybe that sounds a little woo woo, but I find that like when I'm outside and I'm listening to music in the car or just driving, like a book idea will come to me, or a YouTube video or something, just naturally without me even having to take intentional time out for that. So yeah, I definitely think I'm expanding my knowledge and my wisdom. I would agree that I'm so much more wise in 20 days than I was at the beginning, and especially at the beginning of 2026. So it's just an everyday uphill battle, and I love that for me. The next one is I'm becoming a woman who is unstoppable and goes after everything she wants in life. I would put a pause on this one because I am definitely not going after everything I want currently. I think that I'm doing the YouTube thing. I wrote the book. I'm going to be editing the book in the next month or so. But I have paused on really working on any of my businesses. I'm not really pushing out content for my coaching business. I had created stickers for my journal line. I haven't done anything with that. I'm really just kind of in the present. So I can't say that that one's true, which is okay. Like, the goal wasn't for all of these declarations to be 10 out of 10s. I didn't expect that. I just wanted progress, which I think is I am doing. The next one is I am becoming a woman who is more peaceful, grounded, and in alignment with the seasons she is in. Absolutely. Again, I'm just allowing myself to go with the flow, not of other people, but of my life and of what seems best and most aligned for me at that moment, and then moving forward according to that. So, again, that was a 5 day sprint of writing an entire book. Um, the next one is, I don't know if I said this. Oh yeah, it was about the becoming more peaceful, grounded, and in alignment with the season she's in. Absolutely. Um, like I said, I had the 5 day sprint of writing the book. There's times when I'm more motivated to do the biohacking wellness certification than other times. There's times I'm more motivated to read or write or do different things. So I just allow myself to do that with the reminder that my overall goal is to become a more healthier, wealthier, as in like well-being version of myself. And I actually created a goal like in my notebook. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. The goal is becoming the version of myself who can sustainably hold the life, visibility, clients, income, leadership, and emotional responsibility that comes with it. So I have a goal in mind for like where I want to be in life when it comes to being a coach and everything like that. And so I have to become someone who can hold that and who can sustain that. And I feel like I've been doing that really well. I'm becoming someone who lives life on her own terms, absolutely. And I allow those terms to change. The terms this week are different than the terms last week, and that's okay too. I'm becoming a woman who is more patient, kind, and loving. Sort of. I still have a ways to go with this, not gonna lie, but yeah, I find myself being more patient, more understanding, but also knowing when to break away. So while being patient and understanding, also redeveloping stricter and stronger boundaries so that I'm not just becoming a doormat. I think that's so important for me because I'm not going to allow anyone that I talk to, friend or potential partner, to mess up the growth that I've made on myself. So I have to have strong enough boundaries so that I'm aware whenever they're doing so or trying to do so at least. The next one, I'm becoming a woman who loves what she does and does what she loves. Absolutely. I think more often than not, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my progress. I'm proud of the day, the way the day was spent and everything like that. Of course, sometimes I wish I could do more. I feel like that's normal with me being a high performing person, but I'm really doing the best that I can, and I'm accepting that that's enough. The final one, I am becoming a woman who is healthier, happier, and more full of life. I would absolutely say that this one is true too. Like I said, overall, I am healthier, not just physically, but mentally than I was 20 days ago. And I am also happier. Like, and it's not the kind of happy that you notice, like, initially. Like, oh yeah, you can see a drastic change, but I think there's little inklings. Like, if we were to talk to my sister or anyone that knows me, I'm a lot less depressed than I used to be. Um, Part of that could be like the people in my life right now, but I also think a lot of it has to do with like me, myself, and the way that I'm showing up for myself recently. And so I really just wanted to create this chat with you all for my 20-day check-in. I am probably going to schedule this for later on in the week so you all won't see it immediately. But either way, thank you all for watching. Thank you to those that have subscribed. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.